Hi, everyone. This week's Torah portion is Bamidbar, and we are in a new book of the Torah. We have moved through Leviticus, and we're now in the book of Numbers. The book of Numbers begins um, with a census, much as we're finishing up and continuing to take a census in 2020. Moses is told in the very beginning of Bamidbar to take a census in this way: Kol adat b'nei Israel, all of the community of the children of Israel. And God goes on to tell Moses to take a census. This portion, to me, points to both the beauty and challenge of what it means to count a population. First, the beauty. Rashi, Rabbi Shlomo ben Yitzhaki from the 11th century in France, teaches that Moses was commanded to take the census because each of the Israelites was dear to him. So he counts them every once in a while, just as a teacher might to their class, to make sure that each one of them is present. Further, a beautiful midrash notes that by counting, it's showing that each person has an inherent and individual worth, and that we all are worth noting. We're all worth counting. And now the challenge of census. Rashi, who then contradicts himself or perhaps shares his ambivalence in what it means to take a census, um, also teaches that by counting someone, we risk trivializing their existence, that you're simply number one, or you only have a number. And also, the challenges of a census are displayed pretty clearly in this week's Torah portion. What actually happens after the initial commandment to take a census is that the entire community is commanded to be counted, but who gets counted is simply the men over the age of 20 who can fight in a war. And so who gets counted and who doesn't get counted? And so not counted in this Torah portion: minors, women, elderly, physically, mentally, emotionally challenged, and perhaps some that I didn't think of. By not counting them, are they inherently implied as having less worth? And so a census can share with us information that it might not mean to, or that it might specifically mean to. So, as today's census continues, we need to think about it in this way. We need to have a census. We need to know who is living because it provides who is living among us, because it provides critical data, and it's not going to stop. So this data is important and necessary and fascinating for our contemporary times. And so we need them and will continue to do them. So let us learn from this first verse of Bamidbar, Kol Adat B'nai Yisrael, the word Kol, all. Let us know the inherent value and worth of the entire community, and remember that we must, as Rashi taught, count each person and know the value of each person. Shabbat Shalom.